Hello everybody, welcome back. This is Shadow Lycan 2123 and this is our playthrough of Dragon Age Origins. Last time when we left off we had created Lycan Cousland, there he is there, and we had started our journey with the Grey Wardens after having watched our family be executed by a friend, Arl Howe, who betrayed us, and I watched everyone in my family get killed except for my brother, who is somewhere down here. After talking to the king, we are now set out to join
you must be the Grey Warden
the Grey Wardens.
Duncan brought.
We're supposed to be looking for a Grey Warden by the name of Alistair, but we may explore a little bit before we go straight there.
I'm sorry, but the mages must not be interrupted. Their spirits are in the Fade.
The Fade?
The Fade is the realm of dreams and the land of the dead, or so the mages tell us. Regardless, they are not to be disturbed. Not even by Grey Wardens.
Okay, I'm sorry, I will make my way elsewhere. Well, that was interesting. Albeit a little bit short, but still.
Greetings. King Kalen is not in his tent right now?
Tell me about the king. I like Kalen, I want to know a little bit more about him.
I suppose I do. Though he's spending most of his time with the Grey Wardens. He rides with them wherever they go, in fact. Teyrn Loghain sees the king whenever he can and argues with him over coming battles, but the king just waves him off. The king wants to end the Blight with a single huge battle the bards will sing of for centuries. Do you think that's possible?
Well, I suppose we shall see.
That's how the Teyrn feels. He'll do what the king wants in the end, though. The king thought it was funny that Teyrn called him reckless, and they fought about the queen.
The queen?
She's the Teyrn's daughter. He wasn't happy about something she did or the king did, I'm not sure. I probably shouldn't discuss it.
Okay. Yeah, Kalen definitely...
As you wish.
Kalen definitely struck me as pretty arrogant. I don't know if you guys got that feeling, but he definitely seems, I don't know, a little too sure of everything.
You approach the tent of Teyrn Loghain. State your business.
Tell me about him.
How can you not know of Loghain? He helped free Ferelden. He was the brains behind King Maric's armies and drove out those damned Orlesians. King Maric rewarded him by making him a Teyrn. Can you imagine? A commoner became a high nobleman just like that. Without Loghain, you can bet the king wouldn't be winning against these darkspawn.
That is a bold claim. What's he doing?
He's inside, but I don't think it's my place to discuss his activity.
Maybe you can tell me something about him.
I suppose, as long as we talk quietly. He and the king have been arguing for days. The Teyrn's known the king since he was swaddled, so they don't stand on ceremony. The Teyrn speaks his mind, and the king yells right back. Personally, I think the king should do what Teyrn Loghain tells him. Without the Teyrn, we wouldn't be doing as well here as we are.
I would like to speak with him, please. Let's meet this Loghain.
I suppose you have a message for him. Hold on, then.
Yes, what is it? Oh, you're Duncan's new Grey Warden, I assume.
How do you know that exactly?
His Majesty could not contain his excitement after your meeting. How could I not hear about you? Kalen's fascination with the Wardens goes beyond the ordinary. Are you aware his father brought your order back to Ferelden?
I am not. Well, no, I didn't know that. I don't know a lot about the Grey Wardens.
Maric respected the Grey Wardens. They have an honored place in the hearts of our people. But Maric would have understood that it takes more than legends to win a battle. That's not an argument I'll repeat here. You look familiar. Have I seen you at the Lands meet?
My father was the Teyrn, so yeah, you probably know me.
The king told me of his promise. I'm certain he has every intention of following it through. I don't suppose you'll be riding into the thick of battle with the rest of your fellows, will you?
I'm not sure. I'd like to speak to my brother, so hopefully I can live it out.
If Kalen has his way, you will. Now I must return to my task. Pray that our king proves amenable to wisdom, if you're the praying sort.
You don't seem to like him very much.
He is Maric's son and the leader of my beloved Ferelden, and a very young man. I try to keep that in mind, as should you.
Well, that was productive. So it's the famous Logain that we've heard so much about. What's up, Sergeant?
Look carefully, man. This wretched thing is a darkspawn. They're strong and cunning and smart, but don't listen to those old wives' tales. They can be killed. Stick them with your sword enough, and they go down. Their blood is black as sin and poisonous. Don't even touch it. You get tainted with that blood, and you may as well slit your throat. We've lost many dogs already. Had to muzzle them to keep them from biting. It's a long and painful way to die.
That's gruesome. So we want to avoid the blood if at all possible.
This is supposed to be the battle that sends these darkspawn back underground. You believe that?
I don't know what to believe. We've won every battle, but there's more of them each time.
Makes you wonder if them Grey Wardens are right.
I don't want to think about that.
Sounds like the perfect time to get drunk, if you ask me.
Well, that was a pretty common reaction for most soldiers during medieval eras. They'd get drunk and go to war. So what's going on over here? Who are you? Priest?
The all before me is darkness.
I'm just praying.
Yet shall the
Okay.
Maker's light be.
Yeah, I definitely can see the Lord of the Rings influence here. The Darkspawn almost look, orcish, kind of Tolkien. I can see where what they were going for there at least.
There are lots of darkspawn.
Okay, so that's what we got going on here. I've already talked to both of them, and we can't see the mages. Who are you? Oh, you got a name Wynn. Okay.
Greetings, young man. You are Duncan's newest recruit, are you not? He's not a man easily impressed. You should be proud. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Wynn, one of the mages summoned by the king.
Pleased to meet you.
Well met, and good luck to you on the battlefield. To us all, in fact.
Will you be fighting with us?
Not precisely. The Grey Wardens will be on the front lines, not the mages. Still, we have our parts to play. To defeat the Darkspawn, we have to work together. It's not an idea everyone seems able to grasp.
Have you faced them before?
Stragglers, yes. Not the vast horde the scouts speak of. I wonder, how much do you know of the connection between Darkspawn and the Fade?
Since I just learned what the Fade is, I'm gonna say nothing.
Anytime your spirit leaves your earthly body, whether it's to dream or to die, it passes into the realm we call the Fade. It's home to many spirits, some benevolent, others far less so. At the heart of the Fade lies the Black City.
What's the Black City?
Some say the Black City was once the seat of the Maker. But when the mages from the Tevinter Imperium found a way into the city, it was tainted with their sin. That taint transformed those men, turning them into twisted reflections of their own hearts. And the Maker cast them back to the Earth, where they became the first Darkspawn. At least
Okay.
that's what the Chant of Light says.
So they were kind of demon-esque too, like they were thrown from the Golden City, kind of.
It may be allegory, meant to teach us that our own evil causes human suffering. Or it may be true. It is as good an explanation as any for now.
Or at least I'll think about it. It's definitely something to consider at the very least.
Yes, occasionally it's wise to contemplate one's actions. But I'm certain Duncan has more for you to do than talk to me.
So that's our first real talk with an actual mage. Those heavily armed guys at the front,
That course of action is inadvisable.
It's the first time somebody's told me not to pick the lock.
Welcome, young man.
Rude.
I am one of the tranquil, my friend. I am of the circle of Magi. But instead of casting spells and reading tomes, I spend my time enchanting. It is a time-consuming process, but invaluable. Enchantment provides the circle its wealth. Certainly we would not get by on charity.
Why are you talking like that?
Allow me to put it this way. Do you know why those with magical talent are feared?
Magic is... No, I don't.
Those with magical talent attract demons and spirits. We can be possessed easily
and thus become horrors known as abominations. Even those with minor talents attract hungry spirits. Anyone with the power may learn blood magic from these demons. Hence, we are considered dangerous. This is our curse. Thus, I was made tranquil, stripped of emotions and talent. I am no longer dangerous.
That sounds horrible.
It might seem such to you, but I feel no horror. I am content to serve in my role.
How does that happen?
Our forehead is branded with magic, which stills our talent and mind. The process is irreversible as far as I am aware.
That I feel terrible for you to have all talent and emotion stripped from you. That's not good.
You do? I feel nothing. As the name suggests, my existence is quite peaceful. I am alive, productive, and no danger to anyone. Surely that is not a terrible thing. Perhaps we may speak of something else. Do you need assistance?
What do you mean by enchantment?
It is the practice of folding magical lyrium into items first practiced by the dwarves. The Tranquil have learned their runes, and we use them to apply a variety of magical effects. We create the glow lights, as well as the magic staff, or the flaming blade. The irony, perhaps, is that it is our very disconnection to our former talents that allows the Tranquil to work with lyrium so. A true mage could not.
What kind of enchantments are there?
Runes exist that hold the power of the elements that increase strength or swiftness. Almost any spell can be given permanency, given enough skill and lyrium. Naturally, the greater the power required, the more expensive the rune will become to create. True power comes with a price, as we know only too well.
Okay, I'm gonna go.
Goodbye.
Well, that was enlightening. That was definitely an experience. Kind of horrible what they do, but
Naturally.
you're the quartermaster.
Have you seen an elf running about? Young woman, red hair, carrying a suit of chain.
No.
Blast it. Where did she go? That suit better be patched up when she gets back, or by the maker up. Oh, pardon my manners. My troubles are no concern of yours, I'm sure. I'm the quartermaster. Did you come for supplies?
Do you need any help?
Oh, I'm sure you have better things to do than run errands for me. I can find them myself.
That is weird. I've never been told no, that everyone always pawns their stuff off in RPGs like that. Like, that's odd. What do you have?
Arms and armor, for the most part. It's for the King's men, but you Grey Wardens can buy what you need for a modest price. I also have some goods on the side I can provide. Strictly off the record, of course. To keep morale up, you understand.
Booze. What are your other goods?
So long as you keep it quiet.
Okay, so this is what he sells. And literally nothing of interest, I guess. Maybe some arrows? I don't know. I need to sell some stuff though. Let's sell this axe. Sell these daggers, this mace, short bows. Cousland guard shield. I think I'll keep the rest of that though. See, these are must be the DLC things that they've added. Let's just sell the rest of this. Iron, okay. Junk. I think that's about it. Do I want any arrows? No, I better hold off. Yeah, I'm gonna hold off for now.
Take that quiet glare as a no. Oh well, too bad.
See, Alistair seems to be up there. That's the way the arrow's pointing. Ooh, Davith, let's talk to you.
Well, you're not what I thought you'd be.
What did you think I'd be?
Me? I was hoping for a comely lass with golden hair and terrible eyesight. The name's Davith. It's about bloody time you came along. I was beginning to think they cooked this ritual up just for our benefit.
Maybe they did.
Just to give us a good scare. No, they don't really seem the type. I happened to be sneaking around camp last night, see, and I heard a couple of Grey Wardens talking. So, I listened in for a bit. I'm thinking they plan to send us into the wilds.
Didn't it say something about barbarians coming from the south?
Chasing barbarians, yes. Cannibals, and witches too. My home village isn't far, and I grew up on tales about the wilds. Even been in there a few times. Scary place.
Why would they send us in there?
Sounds like some kind of test. Maybe we'll hunt us a souvenir or two. It's all too secretive for me. Makes my nose twitch. I guess we'll have to wait and see. Like we have a choice.
I'll watch your back if you watch mine. It'd be good to have another archer ally.
I suppose I could do that. Anyway, I expect it's time to get back to Duncan. That's where I'll be if you need me for anything.
So that's one of the other recruits, it seems. I think he said there were three of us maybe. So what's going on up here? Looks like we got some medics.
You may not want to remain here long.
In the name of Andraste, I bless you today. May you find favor in the Maker's eyes.
The Chant of Light, the Blight. Hey, hello, Jory.
Greetings. You must be the third recruit we've heard about.
Okay, so you're the other one.
Sir Jury is my name. I hail from Redcliffe, where I served as knight under the command of Arl Eamon. You have the bearing of a man who knows how to fight. If I may ask, were you a soldier before you came here?
No, but I was trained.
Are you a nobleman? I am honored to be in your company, my lord. I hope we're both lucky enough to eventually join the Wardens. Is it not thrilling to be given that chance?
I'm curious about this ritual.
As am I. Has anyone told you about it?
No, just that David said we might be going in the wilds.
I never heard of such a ritual. I had no idea there were more tests after getting recruited. I suppose since you're finally here, I'd best get back to Duncan. I shall see you there.
Well, that's all three of the recruits. Prisoner.
Huh. Someone finally comes and talks to the lone prisoner. I don't suppose you've come to sentence me?
No.
I don't suppose you have a bit of kindness in you? All I want is food and water. They haven't fed me since I was locked up and I'm starving.
That is inhumane.
I expect nobody thought of it with all the battles and such.
I'll see what I can do.
Just ask my guard for his. He's still got some dinner. I saw him put it in his coat.
I don't care why he's in there. That's inhumane.
Lucky dog. You Grey Wardens get to ride with the king while I'm left with the drudgery of guarding this deserter. They should have just hanged him. Put his head on a pike as an example.
That is rough. I actually talked to him.
Don't expect it was an enlightening conversation.
He's hungry.
Did he now? Since nobody sends me nothing to feed him with, the only way we'll get that is if I give him mine.
You should give it to him. You'll be fine.
All right, all right. I guess the poor fella could stand to have one meal in his belly before he hangs. Don't know why you care. I had nothing to do with it, though. If anyone asks why he's burping, I'm gonna say it was you. Just so you know.
See, putting points into coercion and persuasiveness is definitely valuable.
So? Brought me some food, have you? I'm so hungry I could faint dead away.
Here you go.
Much obliged. You're a kind soul, you are. May Andraste herself rain blessings upon you. My belly thanks you. At least if I'm hanged, I'll have a little weight on me.
Well, didn't get anything out of that, but, you know, it's fine.
Sorry, the main army camp is off limits for you right now.
Okay. Can't go that way. Well, it looks like we just have a little bit left. Maybe some before we go talk to Alistair.
Hail. You're one of Duncan's new recruits, correct? I can't let you through to the Korkari Wilds until he gives the word.
Why not?
The Korkari Wilds is a dangerous place. More so now that it crawls with darkspawn. They say the Great Blight began deep within its forests. One of our scouting patrols has been gone for 3 days. We're taking bets on who got them first, the Darkspawn or the Witches of the Wilds.
There are witches?
Oh, sure. There's an old legend in these parts about Flemeth, the apostate sorceress who conquered this area centuries ago. She united the chasing barbarians and invaded the farmlands. That's when the great hero, Cormac, destroyed her army with his. Took her head right off, so they say. Her daughters survived and became the Witches of the Wild. Tales tell of them plaguing this area since, mostly superstitions, stealing babies and spoiling milk.
So if it's just a superstition, why'd you bring them up?
Spend enough time here, you'll get an earful about those witches. Locals blame them for near everything. At any rate, that's why Duncan doesn't want you wandering out without his say-so.
Okay, can't go out that way either. Let's see. It's an Ash Warrior.
We must see to our hounds. To an Ash Warrior,
you
hound
there,
is as much
elf.
a weapon as a blade.
What's your name?
It's Pig, sir.
Go tell Turn Logain that the war party's ready to begin scouting. We'll send word if we find anything amiss.
Yes, sir. Hello? I'm sorry, is there something
This
you
the
need?
elf he was looking for you?
You want to talk to me? I'm not in trouble, am I?
No. Are you?
I don't think so. I'm one of the king's servants, which means I run messages around and make deliveries all day long. If you fall behind, you get the switch from the quartermaster. Oh, I wish I were back at the palace. There are far more places to hide. I better go. If the quartermaster sees me chatting, he'll think I'm being lazy, and that'll be my hide. But it was nice talking to someone.
What are they, slaves? So can I talk? Okay, so you're the leader.
What do you need? You haven't brought more instructions from the town, I hope.
No.
If you're not from the town, what do you want? We're busy.
You're a bit thuggish. You look different.
We aren't. We're Ash Warriors.
What is an Ash Warrior?
Our training has been passed down since Lathias the Dwarf Son first harnessed the battle rage of the dwarves. It is an old tale.
What does an Ash Warrior do?
We harness the rage inside us, nurture it, and draw it out so we cannot fall in battle until our last foe is slain. It is a dwarven discipline, but we've adapted it to let us fight alongside our hounds. That is our way. I trust my hound with my life, as he trusts me with his.
I have one too.
Then you are most fortunate. A trained Mabari hound is as dangerous as any sword. We do not speak of a city pet or those things that sit in an old woman's lap.
No, that's definitely not what I have. He's huge. Why do you paint them?
They use scent to distinguish us from our enemies, but the blood of battle can confuse them. So we paint ourselves with Cadiz, which overpowers the blood, and also paint our hounds so they know we are the same.
What if they're painted?
Why? Would you steal our Cadiz and give it to the Darkspawn hordes?
If the reward was right, why not?
We would kill you if you tried. Even if you succeeded, the monsters would only offer death as your reward.
I was just kidding. What are you preparing for?
To scout the wilds and watch the progression of the Darkspawn horde. With luck, we'll find and slaughter many stragglers. The hunt will be good if my hound survives the blood of his prey. If he dies, I shall mourn tonight.
What do you mean?
Darkspawn blood is poisonous, but not always fatal. Those who survive grow immune to its effects. The wardens say that tainted blood drives even the survivors mad eventually. But not today. Today, we hunt and we kill.
So why don't you leave your dogs behind?
They fight at our side. We don't fret over their safety as if they were children.
Okay.
My thanks. There is hunting to be done, and I'll not be kept from it.
That was a bit intense. See, there's Duncan and the other two. I'm gonna go tell that Corb. What's here?
Not happening.
Okay, let's talk to you.
Are you daft? Don't think so.
Excuse me, I'll get the hounds ready for
Okay, well, can't do anything there. That's where they keep the dogs. Can't pick the lock or anything. Let's tell him that we saw his
Hello
servant.
again. Is there something you need? Some supplies, perhaps?
Oh, I can't.
May her be with you in the coming battle, friend.
Well, I guess we go talk to Alistair now. So I'm pretty sure Duncan's not going to have anything to say until we come back with him. There's nothing down there. Okay.
What is it now? Haven't Grey Wardens asked more than enough of the Circle?
I simply came to deliver a message from the revered mother, Sir Mage. She desires your presence.
What her reverence desires is of no concern to me. I am busy helping the Grey Wardens, by the King's orders, I might add.
Should I have asked her to write a note?
Tell her I will not be harassed in this manner.
Yes, I was harassing you by delivering a message.
Your glibness does you no credit.
Here I thought we were getting along so well. I was even going to name one of my children after you. The Grumpy One.
Enough. I will speak to the woman if I must. Get out of my way, fool.
You know, one good thing about the Blight is how it brings people together.
That was odd.
You're not the first to tell me that. Wait, we haven't met, have we? I don't suppose you happen to be another mage?
No, I'm not.
Less being yelled at for me then, though the day is still young. Wait, I do know who you are. You're Duncan's new recruit, from Highever. I should have recognized you right away. I apologize.
How would you be able to recognize me?
Duncan sent word. He spoke quite highly of you. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Alistair, the new Grey Warden, though I guess you knew that. As the junior member of the Order, I'll be accompanying you when you prepare for the joining.
Okay, pleased to meet you. My name is Lycan. I kind of like him. He seems pretty snarky, humorous. I like that.
Right, that was the name. So I'm curious. Have you ever actually encountered Darkspawn before?
No.
When I fought my first one, I wasn't prepared for how monstrous it was. I can't say I'm looking forward to encountering another. Anyhow, whenever you're ready, let's get back to Duncan. I imagine he's eager to get things started.
What were you arguing about?
With the mage. The Circle is here at the King's request, and the Chantry doesn't like that one bit. They just love letting mages know how unwelcome they are, which puts me in a bit of an awkward position. I was once a Templar.
You were what's a Templar?
You don't know? Quick version then. The Chantry tries to control mages because they're dangerous, so they keep Templars that train to hunt down and kill apostates. That's what I was being trained as when Duncan recruited me 6 months ago. I'm sure the revered mother meant it as an insult, sending me as her messenger, and the mage picked right up on that. I never would have agreed to deliver it, but Duncan says we're all to cooperate and get along. Apparently they didn't get the same speech.
So there's definitely some tension between the church and the mages, it seems. Like a lot of tension. And Alistair used to be a mage hunter. What about the other recruits?
Davith and Sir Jory are here in the camp. Have you met them?
Yes.
That makes things easy then. They'll both be back with Duncan by now.
Okay. I look forward to traveling with you.
You do? Huh. That's a switch. If you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, lead on.
Okay, let's go back to Duncan. I don't think there's anything else we can do here. Got clipped by a wall there for a second. This camp has definitely got some tension. Loghain is upset with the king for not listening. The mages and the church are at each other's throats. There's these weird ash warriors all revolving around us being here, the Grey Warden. So it's definitely some tensions rising here.
You found Alistair, did you? Good. I'll assume you're ready to begin preparations. Assuming, of course, that you're quite finished riling up mages, Alistair.
What can I say? The revered mother ambushed me. The way she wields guilt, they should stick her in the army.
She forced you to sass the mage, did she? We cannot afford to antagonize anyone, Alistair. We don't need to give anyone more ammunition against us.
You're right, Duncan. I apologize.
Now then, since you're all here, we can begin. You four will be heading into the Kokari Wilds to perform 2 tasks. The first is to obtain 3 vials of Darkspawn blood, 1 for each recruit.
Why do we need the blood?
For the joining itself. I'll explain more once you've returned.
Didn't they say the blood was dangerous, though? Okay, isn't the wilds dangerous?
You weren't recruited out of charity. All three of you are skilled and resourceful. Alistair is the most junior member of our order and will accompany you as is tradition. Do not worry. I doubt you will need to go far into the wilds to find what you seek.
What's the second task?
There was once a Grey Warden archive in the wilds, abandoned long ago when we could no longer afford to maintain such remote outposts. It has recently come to our attention that some scrolls have been left behind, magically sealed to protect them. Alistair, I want you to retrieve these scrolls if you can.
What are these scrolls?
Old treaties, if you're curious. Promises of support made to the Grey Wardens long ago. They were once considered only formalities. With so many having forgotten their commitments to us, I suspect it may be a good idea to have something to remind them with.
Is this part of the joining?
No, but the effort must be made. I have every confidence you are up to the task.
How do we find it?
It will be an overgrown ruin by now, but the sealed chest should remain intact. Alistair will guide you to the area you need to search.
And what if they're no longer there?
It's possible the scrolls may have been destroyed or even stolen, though the seal's magic should have protected them. Only a Grey Warden can break such a seal.
I don't understand. Why leave such things in a ruin if they're so valuable?
It was assumed that we would someday return. A great many things were assumed that have not held true.
Okay, find the blood and the archives. Got it.
Watch over your charges, Alistair. Return quickly and safely.
We will.
Then may the Maker watch over your path. I will see you when you return.
Okay, so there's a lot going on. We gotta find... The joining involves the blood somehow, but the blood is corrupting and tainted.
It's good to have Grey Wardens amongst us. With their help, perhaps we can push
Huh. Sounds dangerous. Well, regardless, we are going to stop here for now. I don't want to venture out into the wilds and make this video too particularly long. Well, join back with us next time as we continue the journey of Lycan Cousland. Alright, see you guys next time.